Shall we
I
kick
mean, never.
off? Hello, welcome to this week's Huddle. Um, you're stuck with two of us this week. You have got myself, Georgie Sneddon, and
Me, Nicola Wilson.
Nicola Wilson.
It's like bog off.
Buy one, get one free. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us and giving up your evening. I have got a very squeaky chair and I'm quite a long way
It's
from the
actually Arky's
desk.
gaming chair.
So if I keep pulling myself forward or looking like I'm really
Hold on.
uncomfortable, it's because we can't move
Let me move my trolley around.
where
Then
we
I
are.
can move
Oh, there we go. I've got some room now.
in the bin.
Oh, and the
There we
bin.
go. Let's just,
There we go.
yeah,
Now we can
there
see.
we go.
We can see the chat. So please pop some bits and pieces in there. We are going to be asking you some questions as we go along. So it would be really helpful to hear from you guys as well, because that will, further enhance the training that we're going to deliver. So our topic is
Overcoming overwhelm.
one PRV at a time. And we want to cover the subject because not only is it something that we hear a lot from our teams or from new consultants or just from friends within the business, it's something that,
Everyone in it.
yeah,
Everyone.
covers absolutely everything. And it's something that we feel like big time. The beginning of this month, both of us have literally been so overwhelmed. So anything that we talk about or whatever is
Real
100%
life experience.
first-hand experience. Like we've not even put an order in yet this
No.
month. We've had a couple of PWS orders and we've not even put our order in. We
Yeah.
literally might as well be sitting at zero.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's real. It is real. And we wanted something that everyone can relate to. So no one can go, oh yeah, but that's out of my realm. That's not going to thingy to me. Everyone is going to relate to this in some way, shape, or form because yeah, everyone get
So
overwhelmed.
we want to know, and this is where you can respond in the chat. How many of you have ever opened your workstation, particularly on the first, and looked at that dial or now a slider? I miss the dial.
Yeah, I miss the
I like the
rings.
dial. And looked at it and thought,
Oh,
what
zero.
now? What now? Or you've opened your phone and you've looked at how many notifications you've got from WhatsApp and go, holy bananas, I don't even know. Like, I literally want to pick it up and throw it out the window because I do.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I know Nick does. You're all saying every single month.
yeah. And
Absolutely.
it don't matter how long you've been doing it, because I know that all of it, since 8 years I've been doing it, Lisa, Laura, longer, they still get it. People still get it. So it's not just whether you've been doing it for a month or 10 years. I think everybody feels that, oh, we're back on zero. What do I do again? It's like you have to do it all over again. So it is overwhelmed, but we do all overcome it. So we just want to explain a few things of how we can make it easier and to try and,
And like the key
make it.
message from tonight is for you to go away from this and realize that being overwhelmed doesn't actually come from having too much to do. It comes from not
Not
knowing what
knowing.
to do next. And then you almost hit like paralysis of trying to do 20 things instead of just one. So we're going to stop focusing on the mountain and start focusing on just putting one foot in front of the other and what the next step is.
Yeah.
So, why do we get overwhelmed? I mean,
Was we
for
asking
all
the
the
question?
reasons.
Yeah. So
What makes you overwhelmed?
yeah.
Tell us.
What
Mine is work and kids and
life?
life, and there's probably an element of health in there as well. Yours would be
Just yeah, life. Have, functioning. Um,
age.
age, yes.
I'm
No,
joking. Not in an
absolutely. No,
offensive way.
no, no. Just actually functioning on a day-to-day basis is a challenge. It really is. And yeah, the last
Feeling
couple
like
of
you have to
years,
do everything and do it well.
yeah,
Yes, absolutely. A lot going on at once. Yes,
pressure, yeah, hormones, yeah. It,
all of
it,
it.
it is it's life. And I think, we have to put things in little compartments and, we'll get overwhelmed on absolutely everything. But we've got to literally just put it in boxes and try and just deal with one thing. Like it's like having a list and ticking it off. That overwhelms me as well. So that don't work for me, but I know it works for lots of people. Um, but it is trying to break it down, and that is what we really want to pass on tonight because that's how we're getting through it
Yeah.
by just literally. This is literally how we come up with this week's thing, weren't it? Because we literally
It's because
said
we've
we've
literally
got to
had
break it
3 days of
down. Like,
meltdown.
stop thinking where we need to be at the end of the month. We have to break it down, and it works for my team. It works for, I'm sure it works for loads of people. And yeah, we really, really want to, just drum that into you and how we can break it down.
So, in terms of business, so obviously factors in life are
Yeah, we're not life
massive.
coaches.
We're not life coaches. Like, no, nobody, I wouldn't be worth the money the paper's written on for me to coach you how to get through life. But in terms of business, common things that people get overwhelmed by would be lack of PRV,
Lack of
lack of
customers.
customers, recruiting,
Yeah,
team responsibilities from a leadership
yeah.
point of view, social
Social
media.
media.
Particularly, we've had a couple of new team that have joined this month, like tech and social media is absolutely not their thing. And it
It's
can
wonderful.
massively
Loving that.
overwhelm people. Not enough time is probably the biggest one for loads of people. Fear of failure, as Sarah said earlier, trying to do everything and do it well and comparing themselves to others.
Never
Now,
do that.
where does all of that come from? So to move forward, you've got to learn like what's causing you to be overwhelmed. And you can kind of break it down into sort of three things. Oh, I've got you
Right,
can
okay.
carry on. I've got
So
frog in my throat.
what we tend to do is look too far ahead. So you might think, right, you set your goal, which is great to have a goal, and we again, we advise that and recommend that. But then people just think, okay, whether that goal's 200 PRV, 500 PRV, 1,000, 2,000, whatever it is, this is gonna work for everybody. So let's just say active 200. Don't think you've got to just get that 200. Break it down. So I did this a couple of months ago in my team, and we done a week at a time. So we broke it down to 50 PRV a week, and it worked really well. It really, really helped. And to look at what 50 PRV looks like as opposed to just 200. So it's starting with literally, instead of seeing 200, we're now seeing just 50. And actually, that's a little bit more manageable. And then how do we look at that 50? Okay, we start by just one message or we start by one post. So, it's very hard at the beginning of the month. There's so much information given to us, which is amazing. It is all given to us. But don't think you've got to read it all at the same time because that isn't going to help. But
It's
it
like the
is
brain's almost trained to try and run before we can walk. And then we're
absolutely,
all guilty of
yeah,
looking too far ahead. And then it goes back to the science behind like it's easier to be negative than it is to be positive. So if I need 2000 PRV this month, your brain only sees the 2000.
yeah,
It doesn't see the next £20 order and go,
yeah,
oh, actually, that's, like 1% of that.
yeah,
And that's 1% better than yesterday. It looks at it as, oh, it's only 20 quid.
yeah.
And that's where it goes back to that whole mindset thing. So it's how can you retrain your mindset?
And
And
it's the same as like running a marathon. You wouldn't expect to run a marathon and go, right, I've got to run 26 miles and not build up to that. You would have to break that down and train and do much smaller increments of training. So it's exactly the same. We've just got to make it smaller and do one bit at a time. Because then it makes you feel better. So then you think, oh yes, I've got £20 order. Happy days. We all get buzzing as soon as an order comes in. So then you literally go, oh, blah, blah, and then something come in your head. She likes flowers. I'm going to message her. One message at a time, one thing at a time. So if you're going to post about one thing, that's what you're going to do your follow-ups on. It's just concentrating on that one little thing
and
and doing,
it's the trying not to do everything. Like there are a lot of elements to this business, but I remember Lise telling me a long time ago it was in an incentive period that like if you're trying to think about, oh, but I haven't posted, but I haven't recruited, but I need to watch training, but I haven't booked a party, but I haven't coached that host, and oh, I've not spoken to my team today, and oh God, I haven't sold anything. You actually just send yourself into a tiz. It
yeah.
literally like it then your business becomes driven by emotion rather than actual practical. actions. And motivation is a mindset. It's not an actual thing. Like you don't get up one morning and go, "Oh, I'm full of motivation today." That's not a hormone that we stack. It's not a supplement we can take. I mean, I wish it
Shame.
was. Maybe there's a market for it.
There we
Maybe that's,
go.
entrepreneurial. What can we feed as a motivational supplement? I would buy it in abundance. But it's trying not to do everything at once because then you literally are driven by emotion instead of practical actions. And you can't do all of them equally. Like if you try and do all of them equally, you've got to remember you're one person. The likelihood is you're a mum, you're a carer, you're, an auntie, you work, you have responsibilities, you have a life, you have pets, whatever. You can't do all of them in equal measure. Like you will literally end up paralyzed and you'll freeze and you'll do absolutely sweet FA. It's about how can you step back and, like Nick just said, think about it as one natural umbrella, which is what Lee said, in that it's not actually sponsoring's not separate to finding new customers to making sales. It's if you make a sale to a new customer, you ask them if they've ever thought about joining because it's all just one conversation. It all falls under one umbrella. And if you start thinking about it as one thing instead of 26 different
Yeah.
things, you will feel a bit better. Now, you've got a good quote actually that you said earlier from Accelerated Leadership.
Oh yeah. So I learned this the first time I done accelerated leadership years ago with Holly. And she said it to me and it stuck with me forever. And it's motivation comes after discipline. And unfortunately, we have to be disciplined at first to do something. It's like cleaning. I absolutely hate cleaning. And you think, oh, I've got to do the bathroom. You have to be disciplined to start the bathroom. Once you start it, and then you feel brilliant when you finish it. So that motivation to then carry on
You're
and
going
to
with
feel
bathrooms
good.
because it took me so long to clean mine
Because
yesterday.
I was thinking I really need to do mine and I haven't had the discipline just yet. But no, it is, and that's exactly it. You have to be disciplined to have motivation, and motivation will come because then the better you feel, the more disciplined you're going to be because you know that you're going to feel better.
It's endorphins.
It
I don't
is.
want to get up and go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. Absolutely not. I still don't like mornings 2 years down the line. But when I've been and I've done it and I've completed it, there's a sense of satisfaction. You might not want to sit on your phone because you've had a long day at work. But actually, if you're disciplined enough to say, okay, I'm going to set a timer, I'm going to do 20 minutes of messages, and then someone comes back to you and they've ordered 2 flowers and you've sold a Scentsy Fresh and you've sold a wax bar, you're buzzing. So tomorrow you're like, right, where am I going to get my 20 minutes? It's, it is, it goes hand in hand. It's like Laura Salkin says it all the time. It's like retraining your brain, isn't
Yeah.
it? To
Yeah. And I think,
almost
and if you are breaking it
focus.
down, it's just looking at that one thing. Like we did it, we've worked today, for instance, and was like, right, we need to do that, blah, 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 blah. And it was like, whoa, hang on a minute, we've got about 20 things, and there was bits going everywhere, and it's like, hang on a minute. And so we did write a list and we ticked it off. It was like, right, go back to that. And so by doing the one thing, brilliant, we've done it. We've ticked that off, it's been done, and you work through it. But this morning it was like, we've got so much to do. But unless you're going to get in that headspace that just break it down and do chunks, and you're not going to get everything done, and that's
No.
okay. And at the end of the day, do you know what? Instead of thinking I do it all the time and go, oh, I've achieved nothing, and Paul goes, you actually have, like you've done this, 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 and this. I go, yeah, but I didn't. No buts. You did it. So that is achievements.
Sometimes I write things down after I've done them just
I
so I
always
can tick them
absolutely
off.
do. And Lisa will tell you this, like I've got a little thing with diaries. I always use a diary as a
Oh, I
a
like that. A
task thing.
to-do list rather than a
Yeah,
to-do.
oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, and I will write in my diary what I've done because I just seeing the to-dos, I just think, oh no, it just makes me want to walk away and go, do you know what? I'm just done. I'm done.
Yes.
But if I do things and I write them down, I think, oh yeah, I've done that. And then so for me, it's like a backward mentality. I do it like that, but
And you can
it's
take that
strange.
mentality of doing one thing at a time. And in terms of Sensi and growth and sales, you can turn it into the one PRV mindset. So let's pretend that your goal is 1,000 PRV for argument's sake. As we're saying, your brain will look at that and go, oh, it's 1,000 PRV. That says zero on my workstation. That's impossible. Instead, break it down. 1,000 PRV over 30 days is 34 PRV a day. So what's easier? 1,000 PRV or a six pack of wax? Because that's roughly
Yeah,
what a six
yeah,
pack is. Um, and something I will say here as well, and this is something that I will make if Claire's on. Claire, it's happening, it's in progress. Claire Larkin actually voice noted me a couple of weeks ago and said, I'm assuming this is something that you have because you're that kind of person that works in numbers. Have you got a sheet that shows like how much PRV a six pack of wax is, how much PRV a mini warmer is, like the bingo cards that we've made along the
yeah.
way that people find really helpful, but actually for all products? And I was like, no, I don't. But that is a very good idea because we all get so caught up in the excitement of like the first of the month and knowing what the whiff box contents are and, what's in the clearance and all the rest of it. But actually, like being frank, the PRV on a whiff box is crap. So trying to sell 10 whiff boxes and slogging your guts out all month to try and sell 10 whiff boxes is going to get you like
Less than a six pack of
less,
wax.
yeah, less than an active order if you sold 10 of them over the month. Like it's not a grand or just about an active order. It's a lot of work. Whereas you could sell six packs of wax and get there much faster because you can break that down one wax bar at a time. So you've got to ask yourself, like, what's easier? £10 or 1,000 PRV? And celebrate all the little wins because the more that you celebrate it, the more you're functioning your brain to believe that, oh, fuck, I'm actually doing this. Like, I'm going to get to 1,000 PRV. Like, I've done that and I've done that and I've done that. Um,
One thing I will say is like the way that that's broken down is absolutely brilliant. I'm a little bit like I don't like the daily thing because like you'll have days like you might have a day where you're working all day and you just don't do much things. And then I think, oh, I haven't done PRV or whatever. So like with any business, we should never judge. My husband's had his own business all his life, and he will always say to me, I'll go, oh, I've had a really bad month. And he says, Nick, get that out your head. You cannot, when you're in business, you cannot judge month by month. You have to do it over long term. So, as we're saying, break it up, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, with a daily thing, I don't like personally because I think I can't do it by day. So, the weekly thing
I
really
work
works
better in weeks
for
anyway.
me. Yeah, I mean, I know you was just saying that for that, but like a weekly thing really works for me because I think in a week, most of us, no matter whether we work full time, part time, or otherwise, we can do generate the 250, if that's your goal. If your goal is active, it's 50 PRV. So you can generate that in a week. So that's like a six pack and, a room spray and a Sensi Fresh. That's your 50 PRV. That's probably more than that.
That is more than that.
Um, that's what it is. That's more achievable. So for
Absolutely.
me, a week thing is a brilliant way to break it down because, we do appreciate that people work and that it might not be a daily thing for you. Um, so that thing what you was talking about, the bingo thing, which I did with my team a few months ago, I put the PRV on it and we literally marked it in like a flower and the PRV amounts, and it really, really did help. So that thing that you're going to do is going to work absolutely brilliant.
It's
Um,
just for a visual for people to be
yeah,
able to see. Okay, so like let's for example say there's I don't know, there's 20 or 30 of you on here. I can't see the number, but I'm guessing. What is your goal for this month? So we're only at the third. Where do you want to be by the end of June? Break that down into what that is a week and tell us
yeah.
what that is in a
What? Yeah.
week.
So what's your weekly
And
goal?
that makes
For
you
PRV,
accountable.
maybe it might be for conversations, it might be for bookings. Tell us, feel free to put it all down or not, whatever. But just so we can maybe get a couple of examples and then we could maybe
And once you've got that,
put
like
that.
if you do it by week, and then even then, if you look at it and say, okay, actually, I want 2 days off this week because I'm going to a wedding at the weekend, which me and the girls
I
actually
am.
are, you are as
Okay.
well. Um, you can then split that out over five. What does that look like over 5 days? It then, like the realization of that becomes so much more achievable. And I suppose the key message is like, stop asking yourself, how on earth am I going to hit 1,000 PRV this month? Or how am I going to hit active this month? It's what can I do today
To try.
to try and
Yeah.
generate my next
Sale.
sale. Yeah,
And like what you said earlier, I've got sat now because it will go. Um, like with the conversation things, like, you might go, oh, well, I want that PRV and I want that many conversations and I want, recruitment conversation, blah, blah. So, we had 5 people join last month and it was people, I think 3 of them, 2 of them were people that, no, 3 were people that we've asked before. So it wasn't the first time we've asked them. 2 of them, it was, I think that was way around, wasn't it?
something like that.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Anyway, um, but it was a natural conversation. So we were just chatting, and I was like, oh my God, like this person orders all the time. And then it's a natural conversation to go, okay, yeah, thanks for your order, blah, blah. Do you realise that when you spent £100, you could actually earn £25 back on that? So that is a natural joint conversation. I do tend to do it quite a bit, maybe haven't done so much lately, but it is something I always used to do, always. So there you go. With one message or with one received order, you've had a joint conversation.
it's building the
It
habits
it's
and
literally,
realizing it's like a
yeah,
plat. The three pillars all plat together.
yeah,
You make the sale, you ask them to join. If they don't want to join, then you ask them if they'll have a party. And it goes on and
yeah,
on and on until either they teeter off or they end up joining.
yeah.
And
But you
it's
don't always have to block it out and think,
no,
oh, okay, I've got to do a day of trying to recruit someone or whatever. I mean, if that works for you, great. It don't work for me. And I'm not one to just go on a recruitment sort of thing, go, right, I'm going to do that. For me, it has to be more of a natural thing. And so it is, I've ticked those boxes just without realizing and having natural conversations. So, when you look at that and go, well, my goal was to have 5 conversations, of recruiting and all that. That could just be easily when someone messages you with an order. Thanks so much. Did you realise? So, with just your response of thank you and giving them how much or your payment link or whatever, you've asked them to join, or you've said, would you like to have a party? You could maybe get that half price or something like that. It is just tying in all of those things to tick all of those boxes in
it's
just one
being that little bit more intentional, isn't it?
mindful, yeah,
Instead of, I think when you do start to pigeonhole things into, right, that comes under recruitment. I can't say that because I'm not on task to
yeah.
do
Or I'm just
recruitment
doing
today.
sales
I'm just
today.
trying to sell some stuff.
Yeah,
That's not going to work. Or even down to the point, Alicia just said her goals for this month are to get overactive and to try and get herself out there more. So, Alicia, if you go to the shop and you have a conversation and you compliment somebody on their outfit or on their service and you give them a business card and say, I've got my own little business. I really appreciate you being great service today. That's you getting yourself out there more. Like that's a natural conversation.
yeah,
It doesn't mean that you need to go and stand on the street corner and shell out sample packs to strangers.
yeah.
It's just building it
And the same
into
with, a response if someone has given you an order or something, again, going back to them and saying, have you ever thought about having a party? That's getting yourself out there because if she does have that party, you're going to introduce yourself to like 5 to 10 new people. Or, have you got any friends or family that might be interested in Sensi? It's a simple conversation that actually you're ticking all of those boxes. And before you know it, that overwhelm that you were thinking, I can't do that and I can't do that and I can't do that, I haven't got the time, you're already doing those things because you're just tying it all together.
and that literally is like the most common excuse, and I am going to use the word excuse because it is an excuse of people saying that they're overwhelmed, is people saying, I haven't got enough time. Reality check, no one's got enough time. No one. No one at all. Doesn't matter whether you've got 5 kids, 2 kids, whether you've got a full-time job, a part-time job. Like your life has always got things that need doing.
Yeah, that you don't have
Like,
time for.
and everybody's things differ, but everyone is busy. Everyone is. Again, it's about saying, how can I combat that? Like, most people don't need more time, they just need more focus. Like, so,
Well, and it's prioritizing.
yeah,
So someone might
discipline.
go, do you know what? I haven't got the time because I want to watch my program on telly. That's absolutely okay. but then you can't turn around and go, oh, I didn't do that. Listen, no one's telling you you've got to spend all your time doing Sensi, but like I don't, I don't really want to work evenings. That's my call. That's
So
my excuse. Is what it is.
dragged you
Love
on.
it, but I won't. Also, I don't moan and say, oh, I can't get this and I can't do that and I haven't done that. It's my
It's
choice.
ownership of your
So
own
it's
actions.
absolutely, it's choosing when you want to do it and making that time. Like if you get a half-hour lunch break at work, you might think, oh, well, I'm at lunch. So, and that's fine, that's okay. But if you choose, you could think, actually, I could do 10 minutes of follow-up, or I could do, 10 minutes posting, scheduling posts, or whatever it is, or you could choose not to do it, and that's fine. And
Visibility, I like to call that. You could do like 10 minutes
of
of
visibility.
visibility, whether that's having a chat, giving out a business card, posting, whatever, just
Yeah.
making yourself
And that's it.
visible.
So it's prioritizing your time. And let me tell you, for someone who has gone through times of not having jobs at all, being a housewife, um, so officially I have got time. I don't get any more done because I do think the busier people are more productive
They are.
all day long because I would go, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. Can't be asked. It's so many, and I do, and that's all right because I'm only accountable to myself and to Georgie. But it's easier to
And actually, you
give
are
yourself
more productive
excuses.
in small
Yeah, and if you've got
chunks.
a deadline and you think, oh my God, I've got to finish this by 3 o'clock,
I
you
work
get
so
on with
much
it and
better
do
under
it.
pressure.
Yeah, so
So much better.
having less time actually, I think, makes much better consultants.
Yeah.
And we do get it, most
Oh
and
yeah,
people.
Sarah's just said like if someone's coming over in half an hour, the whole class house
Oh,
is clean
mate,
from top to
it
bottom.
is
If
the
no one's coming, it takes me 2 days.
Yeah, it is the best way to clean your house to say someone's coming. It's the best that there you go. That's the discipline. And then the motivation after is like, yes, that's brilliant. Got a clean
Might
house.
be sweating
Yeah,
from
just
head to
because someone's
toe.
come round for a cup of tea and you feel amazing because your house is clean. And yet before you literally couldn't be bothered to do it. So it
A
is
little,
making those choices. Like someone could have chose to think, oh, sod it, I don't care what the house looks like. And that's their excuse, whatever. But it is prioritizing your time. And, if you want to achieve whatever it is your goal is, if you're prioritizing the moments that you
oh, it's
could
that
fit
horrible
in.
C word, isn't it? Consistency. And
Um,
so ask yourself, could your business grow and would your excuses fly out the window? And would that goal become much more manageable if you consistently did that every day? So here's a little challenge for you. I'm being very well behaved, thank you, Emma. There's no C bombs, just the
That's
consistent
why I looked
bomb.
very, very confused, Emma, because I thought, hello, she's asking me about that.
Um, can you block 3 separate sets of 15 minutes this week? So can you do 15 minutes of follow-up? Can you do 15 minutes of customer care? And can you do,
I've got no
excuse
water
me,
down here.
I've got my bottle round there. 15 minutes of visibility, whatever that looks like, whether that's having a chat with your neighbour, whether it's doing a delivery and dropping your borrow bag off, whether it's, posting on social media. It's 45 minutes a day. That's 3 tea breaks. Everyone has that. Or 3 times that you've gone to the loo. I mean, 15 minutes is probably pushing it a bit, but I like to lock the door just so my kids don't know where I am. So we can take that as an eligible 15 minutes. I'm sure we can all get away with that.
Yeah. I mean, I normally do a bit of work in the bath, and then,
Yes.
my bath is my haven, and I will be in there an hour, and that's when I normally do follow-ups. That's, it's like a little booking blitz for me, a bath.
Yeah. So
Um,
this week,
it's just,
can you spend 3 sets of 15 minutes doing 3 things for your business? And then ask yourself that question again. Like, could your business grow if you consistently did that every day?
well, it's like what Orville says. It's the 10-10-10 thing, and
Absolutely.
it is,
And you can use Connect for those like 15 minutes. Like that literally tells you what to do. If you're using the workstation properly, you're inputting your customer data properly, and you are checking it daily, it tells you what to do. You haven't even got to think. You can just literally do 3 sets of 15 minutes. And whether that is, like we said, in the bath on the loo, making a cup of tea.
At the school run, if you drive and you get there a little bit early,
Yep.
you know, the
Drive
five,
15
even
minutes
if it's
early.
5 minutes, like, and
Absolutely.
not 15 minutes, break it down again. And if you think, I haven't got 15 minutes, I'm so busy. Okay, 5 minutes, you get to the school 5 minutes early, bang out two messages,
It's
job
better
done.
than none.
Absolutely, better done
Something's
than
better than
perfect.
nothing.
It is.
Now, that covers the like counteracting problem number one of, "Oh, I haven't got any time." Problem number two, and this one really, really winds me up because we have got a catalogue. I do get really quite aggy over this. I don't know what to post. That does annoy me a little bit. One, you've got lots of things to post. We've got a whole catalogue, but also one thing that I have told people time and 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 time again over the last 6 years is social media isn't your business. Facebook isn't your business. Like, that's not going to sell you 1,000 PRV. We are a network marketing company. Like, you've got to make connections. Conversations are going to bring you sales or bring you recruits or bring you success. Posting might get you the odd sale. I mean, like we were here in COVID times and it was absolutely freaking marvelous. You'd post something and sell
Everyone,
20
because
obsidian.
there was, yeah, because no one else had anything to do. So everyone was on social media all day. But again, I just want to say with what you just hit there about it's probably like that, I don't know what to post, again, is a form of overwhelm because, like Georgie just said, we've got a catalogue. We used to have a product sheet and you could just tick them off because there is so much that sometimes we think, I don't know what to do because you've got too many options. So just think of one thing and don't look at what anyone else is doing.
Or spend an hour creating the perfect graphic
Yeah,
on Canva
like
or
seriously,
whatever.
it is like know your strengths and know your weaknesses because it will take me 2 hours to design a flyer on Canva and it's just not cost effective and
It's
it
not income producing.
absolutely not. And it's not good for the brain or the soul or anything else. So let the people that are amazing at it, because it will be in the group, get yourself in the graphics group. I'm not one for groups, but the graphics group is just superb because there's people that love it. That's what makes them tick. They're brilliant at it and they share it. So it's amazing and know your strengths. So just go on there, even if that's what you do every morning to think, what am I going to post? Go on the graphics group because you'll have a whole thing and go, oh, actually,
There's about
apparently don't with.
36,000 images in that group
There
now.
you
I
go.
looked the other day when
So
I was
yeah.
trying to find some
Um,
giraffe pictures.
but it probably is that we think, oh my God, what am I going to post? Because we've had a whiff box, we've got scent of the month, we've got edits, we've got LTOs, we've got a catalogue, we've got warmers of the month, we've got, endless, absolutely endless. So you just think, oh, and we do it.
Yeah. But it's about like if I get in that state, I do literally my Facebook group comes last. It will be, well, that doesn't matter because I've sent 5 messages, or well, that doesn't matter because like the borrow bag's going out there, or that doesn't matter because I've booked an event. All of those things are more income producing than
Yeah, it's your shop,
posting.
it's your shop front.
Yeah, exactly like Sarah did. It's a shop window. So
Yeah.
if you've got to, again, it's about finding your superpower. Like we were talking about trainings earlier, weren't we? Everyone's got their own superpowers. I bang on about it all the time. If you know that yours isn't social media, but you're brilliant at having conversations with people, spend that 15 minutes,
Make your
that 30
mind.
minutes, hour talking to people. Connection before content every time. Like in this business, it's a network marketing business. Connection is going to bring you more sales than content. Content supports. Yes, we need it. Yes, if your content is authentic and it's what you're using and you're sharing, not selling, then absolutely it all supports. But always remember connection before content and just do something. Like if you're freaking out over that, just post something. Like you've got a warmer in your house, you're here, you're a Sensi consultant, you've got
Change your
a
wax.
circle in your car, you've got something. Don't think about what do I need to do now. Just think about, well, what am I actually using now? Post that, move on, have a conversation, do something income producing. Last problem, oh no, two problems that we've come up with is,
No one is buying.
well, that's a good one. Everyone says that at the minute. No
And
one's buying.
and I've said it myself, I'm not, I'm sure we all are not get up. Not guilty, is that right? No, we
Are
are
guilty.
guilty of saying that at times, because we do. I've said it and said, oh, just no one's buying. It happens. And then all of a sudden, someone, you'll get three messages in one day and get 100 PRV. It's just timing. But um,
Goes
if
back to
no
that
one's
accountability
buying,
piece, the
how many
discipline.
messages? Yeah, how many messages have you sent? Like, what have you actually done? Like Georgie just said, posting on social media is not actually, you can't rely on that to get PRV. Like, we probably get, oh, I don't know, tiny percentage of sales on Facebook,
Less than 10%?
majorly less than 10%. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Um, and that's changed. It never used to be the case. So you've just got to go with it. Everything evolves, and that sadly has changed. Um, but you've got to, how many follow-ups have you done? Messaging is literally how I get probably 95% of my PRV
Yep.
all day long.
Yep.
So just check in with them. Like, we've spoken about this before at trainings. My order book is my biggest, like, literally everything is in here. So if I am at an absolute loss of think, oh my God, where am I going to get my PRV? I open it up and there I go and send all the messages.
And it is
And it
like,
is just a check-in. Hey, depends on your relationships. You might know someone, so it might not be authentic to go, hi, how are you getting on with your Sensei? If she's like one of your best friends, that's not going to happen. So, something different. Your messages are going to be different for your different customers and your different relationships.
and
But
if we haven't
send
got an
them.
event booked in a month, that would freak me out
Yeah.
because that's where the new customers come from. Or if I haven't,
It just
I
makes me
mean,
feel good as well. Like,
yeah,
it gives me that feel good. Like, I love parties. I haven't had a party for a very long time. I do try. Maybe not hard enough. I'm going to be conscious that I'm going to try even harder to get parties. I love partying and I love events. And if I didn't, like, that is what makes me really, really happy to go and do an event. So find your happy and, plumb towards that,
I'm like in the chat, someone said they need new customers. I can't see, I haven't got my glasses on. Um,
Carla.
it's you can't wait for the activity. You've got to go and create the activity. So you've got to go and book an event. You've got to actively ask people if they'll host a party. Like if you're stuck and you're stagnant, those 3 blocks of 15 minutes, if you haven't got customers that are buying to do follow up or customer care with, or like anything like that, then you need to flip the switch and you need to spend the time asking those particular people that are customers if they'll have a party. Ask them if they'll take a borrow bag to work. Where are you going that day? Like, where are your kids going? What could you take with you? We've got a lady in our team, Lisa Meldrum. She's in Scotland. She's got no support really, like in terms of anyone up there that she socializes with. We're all down here. She's superb. She goes to um like the boys' boxing events, and she rocks up with her bag and just finds somebody that is going to take it off of her. Um, a lady called Kate who is in our team, she will literally walk her bag up the high street when she goes to take the baby for a walk for him to go for a nap, and she will go into the estate agents and asked if they do home gifts and asked if she can leave something. She will go into Tesco's and like have a chat. She's done a fundraiser for the school. Like there's lots and lots of different ways to accumulate new customers, but you can't wait for the activity.
No.
You've got to create the activity. Like it starts with you.
Yeah, and like with like events, I would say is a great one. And like Carla, one thing you could do is go on Facebook and have a look at your local wherever you live. There's loads of people now, like summer little events,
Especially now, yeah,
and a
summer
couple in our
fairs.
team. Couple of people in our team have said that they now can't do events. A couple of them come up and offered for things. So just look out for things like that, like events that are coming up that people can't do, or your Facebook groups. Go
Even
in
if
there
it's
and
just
say
a
I there's then.
confidence
Yeah.
exercise.
And if you've got kids, take the kids with you. I remember one of my first parties to a school. Oh my God, it was in the back of Beyond. I got completely lost. It was pitch black when we got there. I sold one mini Walmart and wax. Um, but I took Archie with me as my confidence, really. Because if I've got him, I'm not on my own and I don't look stupid in my head, and people are not going to laugh at me because I'm late and I'm all dishevelled because I'm just in a state because I got lost. But I've got my kiddie with me, so in my mind, I was all right. So it gets over the thing of, you've got no one to look after your children, take them with you. It's great conversation for people because the kids will either talk to people or they'll go, "Oh, she's helping you out," or something like that. Use your kiddies as well. Take them with you and do events because eventing, I think, is brilliant. Same as parties. Take your kid
And
to a
it gives you that
party.
constant new stream of customers because
Yeah,
customers will ebb off. Like I
absolutely.
had a customer yesterday that ordered probably for the first time in 3 years. I've always carried on following up with her. I always remember what it is that she likes, what products she uses. She hasn't bought for ages. She's completely ghosted me. Yesterday she come out of the woodwork. She's bought 4 flowers and 2 bottles of Sensi Fresh Wallop. Thanks very much. But without an event or without meeting new people or asking for referrals,
Yeah, you can't rely on your
like
same
you
customer.
can't rely on those people.
And if
When they
you're
come
not,
out of the woodwork,
yeah,
it's
it's
like freaking
amazing.
happy
Yeah, and they
days.
do, like they do. And that's why I say, like, in a way, keep posting, even though it is your shop front, keep posting because sometimes it takes people 3 years to buy something. I've had that many times, and longer. Um, but yeah, if
I
you,
actually saw something, sorry to interrupt, but again,
Mhm.
if it's in my head and I
Yeah,
don't say it, which I actually thought was really lovely. Somebody posted in the Rayleigh community chat yesterday, which is like an area near where we live, and she was a mid-30s married lady. They'd lived in Thailand for a long time, I think, and she's got a little boy. They've moved to the area. They don't know anybody. And she basically said, I'm looking to meet like-minded families. Like we like going to the pub, we like having a drink. Like the kids want to get into clubs and things, but I don't really know
oh,
where to start. Would anyone be up for meeting in the park or, like making friends? The amount of people
that
that
posted,
commented
yeah.
underneath and
Imagine
said,
taking your Sensi bag along. Happy days.
fucking
I mean,
brilliant.
maybe this is what we
Exactly
need
that.
to do.
Yeah, the amount of people that commented underneath, and I'm going to sound really horrible now, but like when you look down the people to make sure like the poor woman didn't have a bunch of weirdos
Yeah,
that had
yeah,
replied to her and that it was a bit creepy. The amount of normal, just everyday mums, people that posted underneath it and all the rest of it was heartwarming.
yeah, nice.
So someone just put it like, pop a post up and say, like, my kids are at school now. I work 3 days a week, blah, 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 or whatever you do. I'd love to meet up I'd like to start a little mum social meeting or something.
Yeah,
Would anyone like to meet in Costa or whatever? Who knows what friends you'll
yeah,
make? You might meet the best friend you've ever made in your life and you'll probably sell some Scentsy.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just don't know, do you?
Right, problem 4 that people get stuck on, and we are nearly done, I promise. I know we're going to stick to literally within an hour because we're being good. Um, Comparing yourself to everyone else. You're really bad at this sometimes. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's not a me thing.
Yeah,
And I'm more of a I get caught up on well, I need to do those numbers and I need to do
yeah,
that. Like Sarah said earlier, doing everything and doing it well.
yeah, yeah. But and I've got to learn now that actually I know that it is learning your strengths and weaknesses because otherwise it will drive you absolutely bonkers and then you'll just walk away. Um, you've got to, um, yeah, like what you just said about me. You got to know when to just think, yeah, that's, you don't know what the work that's going on behind closed doors. If people look at us and go, oh my God, you're getting 2,000 PRV and I'm only getting 100. You don't know what we're doing behind closed doors. We don't know what you're doing behind closed doors. Someone's, doing amazing social media. They might be spending 5 hours a day doing that. That's never going to be me because I'd get one post done in 5 hours. Like I wouldn't even do that. I'd have phoned beforehand. But yes, you've got to stay in your lane because otherwise you will drive yourself absolutely bonkers.
And you'll
Um,
never ever be disciplined enough to say, right, fuck it, I'm going to shut out the noise. I'm going to open my phone and I'm going to spend 15 minutes doing what I need to do. Because what you'll do with that 15 minutes is you will open your phone, you will scroll, you will probably see 10 other Sensi consultants, all doing something else that isn't your superpower.
and there
And
comes overwhelm.
there's the overwhelm. You've started before you've
Yeah.
even committed to sending the messages. Now, someone just said, I do that. I feel like I'm way behind people who joined at a similar time. Weirdly, I found a quote that fits that. And it is someone else's chapter 20
Yeah.
doesn't make your chapter 3 any less valuable. So your chapter of where you are in your life and in your business is yours. Like you are an independent consultant. You signed up at that point as a consultant. It is up to you what drives you forward. Take the inspiration. It's the same as becoming a
It's like the
mum.
hare and the tortoise, isn't it? It's that right? The hare and the
Mm,
tortoise race. Like
I don't know
you
where you're
get there,
going with it,
no,
but
but you
go.
get there in the end, and one just because one's getting there faster than the other, it doesn't make any
No, the
like the rate.
destination's the same.
Absolutely. So whatever you're trying to achieve, like their goal might be 2,000, yours might be 200. You hit your goal and they hit their goal. Happy days.
Yep.
That's not your goal. Like I want to go on holiday to wherever, and you want to go camping down to Barleylands across the road. You get there, that's your goal. Ah, brilliant. If I get to South Africa, brilliant. It doesn't matter what someone else is doing, as long as you are achieving or you're happy with what you've achieved,
If you can say
that's
you
it.
did all those things, you can say,
Absolutely.
I did my 3 lots of 15
Yeah.
minutes every day. I showed up consistently. I met new people. I know that I could not have done any more to get that 50 PRV a week or that 500 PRV a week or whatever. If you get to the end of the month and you can happily say, I chunked it all, I stayed in my lane, I did what I needed to do, I focused on my customers, my goals, my progress, then you will
Happy.
create
Doesn't matter, yeah,
confidence.
what you've achieved, even if you haven't achieved your goal,
No,
but actually you're happy with what you've done. And I say that to my team all the time. If you're happy with what you've done, then that's
happy
it. That is
days.
all that matters. And it's like if you've got children and they're doing their exams, you don't say to them, "Oh, well, little Alice over there, she's getting a grade 9 and you're only getting a grade 4. You've been in school the same amount of time." Like, that's not right, is it? So we
If that
all
child has revised,
don't
they've
matter.
done everything they need to do. They're not. Everybody's got different skill sets.
And even if they haven't, actually, it don't matter, does it?
No, because
Like,
it's what they want out of it.
because it's what they want to do. Like my kids didn't revise because they absolutely hated school. And I knew that they wasn't going to revise. So that is what it is. If you don't want to work or, do 4 hours a day doing Sensi, you only want to do 10 minutes a day doing Sensi,
Do 10
that's
minutes, but
brilliant.
make the
That
10
is your
minutes
choice. But yeah,
productive.
just do it. Do whatever you want to do. If at the end of the week and you've got your 50 PRV is your goal and you've got 40 and you go, well, do you know what? I'm really happy with that because next week you might get 70 anyway. Because let's be honest, even though you're breaking it up, one week you might not get 50, but next week you'll get 100. Like it, as long as you get there in the end,
It's a
and it's,
seesaw.
yeah.
Balances out
So
in the
like
end.
you cannot look at other people, and
No,
we do all do
comparison
it.
creates overwhelm.
Absolutely. Because and this is it on the first, and we go open it up, and it's like, oh my God, all of those things. Oh, and she's posted that, and she's posted that, and it's like, oh Jesus. And that is exactly it. Whereas if you didn't have any sensing consultants on your social media, you probably wouldn't be anywhere near as overwhelmed.
No,
I
you'd
guarantee it.
open the
And you'd
workstation.
go, oh, what do I need to do? Oh yeah, I've got a whiff box. Let's do the whiff box.
Yes.
It
So
literally don't look at other people.
action
If you can
creates
look at for
confidence.
inspiration, amazing.
If it's causing you negativity, as Lisa
Off
just
it,
said,
off it.
unfollow them
Absolutely.
because
And you're not being rude. It's like
no,
it's not, don't feel guilty. Just think if it's not actually making you
it's not
do
serving
the
you a
things that you
purpose.
need to do, it doesn't matter. It like you're not hurting that person by offing them.
No,
That
I've
sounds a bit rude.
unfollowed
Yeah,
so many Sensi consultants, not because I don't like them, not because they've upset me, not because anything like that.
just
It's
because it's too
because,
much.
well, one, it's too much, but also I want to be able to see other friends in my feed. I want to be able to see Road didn't unfollow you, Lace. Um, I've completely gone off on a tangent now because in my head I'm saying 20 million other things that I'm not going to
No,
say.
and here you go. Well, I mean, they might if they give up, but
They're not going to become your customers. Yes. Um, but it's you've got to
yeah,
be
you
able
you've
to
got
see other people, comment on their stuff, them to see your post, for Sensi to be in their interest. If you want to be a successful Sensi consultant, then you need to look at Facebook as a business tool, not as social media. Like I literally, if I wasn't a Sensi consultant, I probably wouldn't have Facebook
I
because
wouldn't have any social
you wouldn't
media.
have any at all.
I literally wouldn't be on it. But
No.
no, it's you can't I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay.
It's gone.
So the moral of tonight is the power of the next right thing. So it's not about doing it all. Don't ask what I need to do at the end of this month. Like, where do I need to be? Ask yourself, like, what is the next right thing for me to do? Like, what is going to bring me something that means that it's worth doing?
One
Like,
message,
yeah, one message.
one follow-up,
Yep,
one conversation, one post,
that's it.
and that's it. And repeat.
And remember that then if you're having a conversation in a message and someone comes back to you and says, like, oh, yes, actually, I will have 3 flowers,
Think of
use that,
extending it, like think of a conversation as an extension. How can you extend that? How can you make that
intertwine the
further?
pillars of the
So,
business.
oh, brilliant, that's amazing. Um,
Did you know if
these are on
Tinder
special,
itself,
yeah, or these are on special, like someone orders 2 flowers. Oh, did you know that if you bundle these in threes, you get them cheaper? Or if they've, oh, and I don't, no, I don't actually, I only want two. Oh, if you've got mum, maybe your mum or your sister wants one. I'm just trying to save you money. So you're upselling, or, did you know if you have a party, you could get this for free? Or actually, you buy quite a lot of Sensi with me, you could have earned £50 this month in commissions just on what you've bought. Have you ever thought about just having your own account? Just extending that one message.
yeah,
That's all it could be, is one message and a conversation, and you've ticked a few boxes.
and it is exactly like Emma said, it's the compound effect. It is the intertwining it all.
See, you come out with all the posh words. I love that, Emma. That's just like so good, isn't it?
Yes. Small actions create momentum. They kill the overwhelm. It's like pouring weed killer on it. Whereas if you're comparing and you're trying to do all the things, you're basically watering a weed that's going to overtake your garden. Like,
And mate, it will just make you go mental.
it does. We've all been there. We still have
Yeah,
days.
we
We're
have
not perfect,
no, absolutely still have days.
but from
I just don't remember them
experience,
at the moment.
from experience, we know how to get over it. Like it's we're talking from experience. Like we do still have these days. You're not
We did
like
yesterday.
we have the last 3 days. As
Yesterday.
I said, take off our 3 PWS or 4 PWS orders. Our dial is sitting at a big fat
Zero,
zero because
which
we've
has
not put
never
anything
actually
in.
happened.
No.
But we really did work last month to the last day, like late, and it
And do you know what? Nothing launched on the first this month. So actually, we did feel that
what day was the first?
God knows, but we did feel that overwhelm of what on
What
earth do
did
we
we get
do now?
today?
Like, what do we do? And
It's like,
the answer is you go back to the things you should be doing, which is
yeah.
simple. You have conversations with people. It's not
Oh,
rocket.
just take the time away and go, I can't cope right now. This is what I have to do. Like, I can't do it.
This is what I have to put up
So
with.
I have to just walk away and like deal with myself and then come back. And if that's what you have to do, you have to do it. Listen, it happens.
Yeah, it
And
really does.
you will
But
all you'll all go
one,
to me one day. I know what you mean now.
yeah, one conversation,
I'll
one
be shitting myself in
customer,
an old people's home by then. Sorry.
one conversation, one
Yeah.
customer, one PRV at a time. Stop focusing on the finish line. Focus on the next right thing.
And we are going to share with that. We're doing a challenge with our team this month, aren't we? We're doing the
Yes.
breaking it down and we're going to do a weekly, what is your goal? They're going to set their goal. We're not, because everyone's their own consultant and they do what they want to do. So they're going to set their goal and we're just going to say, right, okay, this is what you want. You either quadruple it or double it, whatever. This is how you're going to get your 50 PRV each week. That will get you active. If you want to get 500, double it, you get the drift. We'll share that. We
Yeah.
can share that, can't we?
Yes.
The graphics.
And I'm going to finish with something that we come up with earlier that I wish I could memorize it, but I can't. So I'm going to read it. And actually, I literally think that when team join, or we should petition to Sensi to literally have this printed on starter kits
Yeah.
because it is exactly what you need to remind yourself on those days that you are literally having a full scale meltdown. You do not build a Sensi business, one catalogue, one launch, one incentive or one promotion at a time. You build it one conversation, one customer, and one PRV at a time. Stop focusing on the finish line and focus on the next step. And that
Genius.
is us over and out.
That was genius.
It took us a while. We got there in the end. Yeah. But yes. So on that note, thanks everyone.
Yes,
And
thank
yeah,
you.
put an action in the chat or in squad or I don't know, somewhere
Wherever.
in our inbox that you want to complete within the next 24 hours. Just one thing that you're going to go away and do for your business and tell us that you've gone and you've done one thing. And that's it. Bye bye.
Bye.
Lisa?
Hit the button.